Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mateo Kid, and today I'm going to be talking to you about IoT research and reports. The plan for today is what is IoT? What is the advantages of IoT? What are the disadvantages of IoT? How will IoT change the world? And we'll end it with a little conclusion. Um, so, first off, what is IoT? The Internet of Things, or IoT, refers to the billions of physical devices around the world that are now connected to the Internet, which are collecting and sharing data. This system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. This is, this is able to occur thanks to cheap processors and wireless networks. These processors and wireless networks make it possible to turn anything from a soccer ball to a bicycle into part of IoT. This adds to a level of digital intelligence to devices that would be otherwise without it, or as some would say, dumb, enabling them to communicate without a human being involved and merging the digital and physical worlds. IoT is being used in a variety of industries, helping them to operate more efficiently, better understand customers to deliver enhanced customer service, improve decision making, and increased value of business. Some examples of IoT are smart security systems, industrial internet, and smart cars. So to begin, some security systems that are taking things one step further are smart security systems, which aim to provide an all-in-one solution to home security issues. These security systems can work with its own integrated systems, but can also function with Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. Many of these systems are embedded with AI technology, 1080p cameras, microphones, and sirens to deter intruders. When they say all in one, they really mean it. This Internet of Things example shows that IoT platforms can have wider uses within the home than just making processes more efficient. These systems also allow users to review security footage from apps or tablets and phones. The second example is the industrial internet, which is all the hype in the industrial sector of the IoT. Also termed as industrial Internet of Things, it is empowering industrial engineering with sensors, software, and big data analytics to create brilliant machines. According to Jeff Imlett, CEO of GE Electric, IIoT is a beautiful, desirable, and investable asset. The driving philosophy behind industrial internet is that smart machines are more accurate and consistent than human beings in communicating through data. This data can help companies pick inefficiencies and problems sooner. IoT holds great potential for quality control and sustainability. Applications for tracking goods, real-time information exchange about inventory among suppliers and retailers, and automated delivery will increase the supply chain efficiency. According to GE, the improvement in industry productivity will generate $10 to $15 trillion GDP worldwide in the next 15 years. And lastly, smart cars are another example of transformations of IoT. These vehicles are equipped with internet access and can share that access with others, just like connecting to a wireless network in a home or office. More vehicles are starting to become equipped with this functionality, so prepare to see more apps included in future cars. This ability to be connected to the internet in the car can help people avoid traffic, alert them of events near them, and help keep them their eyes on the road rather than their phones, making roads a safer place. Now I'm going to talk about the history of IoT. The term Internet of Things is 20 years old, but the actual idea of connected devices has been around much longer, at least since the 70s. Back then, the idea was often called embedded internet or pervasive computing. But the actual term Internet of Things was coined by Kevin Ashton in 1999 during his work at Procter Gamble. Ashton, who was working in supply chain optimization, wanted to attract senior management's attention to a new exciting technology called RIFID, RFID. Because the internet was the hottest new trend in 1999 and because it somehow made sense. He called his presentation the Internet of Things. Even though Kevin grabbed the interests of some P&G executives, the term Internet of Things did not get widespread attention until the next 10 years. So now I'm going to talk about some advantages of IoT. Communication, which makes it faster, easier, and quality also increases, are the first two that I'll talk about. Communication in IoT encourages the communication between devices, also famously known as machine to machine. Communication, because of this, the physical devices are able to stay connected, and hence the total transparency is available with lesser inefficiencies and greater quality. Automation and control is due to physical objects getting connected and controlled digitally and centrally with wireless infrastructure. There's a large amount of automation and control in workings. Without human intervention, the machines are able to communicate with each other, leading to a faster and timely output. The next thing that we'll talk about is control. Automation and control is due to physical objects getting connected and controlled digitally and centrally with wireless infrastructure. There is a large amount of automation and control in the workings. Without human intervention, the machines are able to communicate with each other, leading to faster and timely output. There's also less mistakes. The next advantage is information. Information is an obvious advantage because having more information helps make better decisions. Whether it is mundane decisions as needing to know what to buy at the grocery store or if your company has enough widgets and suppliers. Knowledge is power and more knowledge is better. Another advantage is the ability to monitor everything, which is the second most obvious advantage of IoT. Knowing the exact quantity of supplies or the air quality in your home can further provide more information that could not have previously been collected easily. For instance, knowing that you are low on orange juice or if you have no laundry detergent left could save another trip to the store in the near future. Furthermore, monitoring the expiration of products can and will improve safety. Another advantage I'll talk about is money. Saves time, which saves money. Helps appliances and other things save power, which also saves money. Those are two minor bullet points, but also money, which is definitely the biggest advantage of IoT. If the price of the tagging and monitoring equipment is less than the amount of money being saved, and the Internet of Things will be widely adopted. IoT fundamentally proves to be very helpful to people in their daily routines by making the appliances communicate to each other in an effective manner, thereby saving them conserving energy and cost, allowing the data to be communicated and shared between devices and then translating it into our required way. It makes our systems efficient. The disadvantages of IoT, the first one would be compatibility. It's hard to tag equipment and there's no standard. So compatibility, currently there is no international standard of compatibility for tagging and monitoring equipment. I believe this disadvantage is the most easy to overcome. The manufacturing companies of these equipment just need to agree on a standard such as Bluetooth, USB, Wi-Fi. This is nothing new, or innovation is not really needed. Complexity. Complexity, as with all complex systems, there are more opportunities of failure. With the Internet of Things, failure should happen quite quickly until people really get to know what they're doing. For instance, let's say that both you and your spouse each get a message saying that your milk has expired, and both of you stop at the store on your way home, and you both purchase milk. As a result, you and your spouse have purchased twice the amount that you need. Or maybe a bug in the software ends up automatically ordering cartridges for your printer each and every hour for a few days, or at least after each power failure when you only need a single replacement. The next disadvantage is privacy and security. With all of this IoT data being transmitted, the risk of losing privacy increases. For instance, how well encrypted is the data being kept or transmitted? Encryption needs to be spot on, and if it is not, things can be easily stolen by hackers. Another disadvantage is safety. Imagine if a notorious hacker changes your prescription or if a store automatically ships you an equivalent product that you are allergic to, or a flavor that you do not like, or a product that is already expired. As a result, safety is ultimately in the hands of the consumer to verify any of and all automation. The next thing I'll talk about is how will IoT change the world? The Internet of Things is creating a new world, a quantifiable and measurable world, where people and businesses can manage their assets in better informed ways and can make more timely and better informed decisions about what they want or need to do. This new connected world brings with it fundamental changes to society and to consumers. By sensing our surrounding environment, the IoT will create many practical improvements in our world, increasing our convenience, health, safety, while at the same time improving energy efficiency and comfort. IoT will be a new source of wealth creation. IoT devices can be classified into three categories: wearableness, smart home devices, machine to machine devices. The first two categories are most important for consumers. Wearables are the devices that people carry with them, which usually connect via Bluetooth to a smartphone, and from there to the internet. This category includes devices such as smartwatches, fitness bands, and devices to help people live more mindfully. Increasing the wearer's awareness of how well they sleep, how much they move around, and monitoring their vital signs, etc. Smart home devices are also part of the IoT and usually connect to the internet and the home router. These include lights and light switches to monitor sensors, thermostats, and door locks. With Wi-Fi connection to the router, the smartphone also becomes an online dashboard and control device for the smart home applications. The third category, machine-to-machine devices, comprises devices that are directly connected to the cellular network, such as cars that can report their location or vending machines that can call in when their are running low. Many households and businesses have thermostats, lighting, security, and electronic door locks, which are not currently connected to each other. They are connected, but not to each other. The security system is not connected to the indoor motion sensors nor to the electronic door locks. In the future, IoT will connect all these systems, providing information to each other and reacting accordingly. We are currently in an emerging state of the IoT with individual applications that operate as islands and serve independent applications. However, the real IoT will emerge when these applications cooperate and work with each other. The, the key component of the IoT is the application. Extracting information from data is the essence. Use The key component of IoT is the application. Extracting information from the data is the essence. Useful information from data can coach people by reaffirming when things go as planned or by alerting or taking action. Something goes wrong, and the data analytics can be used to compare situations, to coach, and to provide feedback to help make improvements. This is slowly starting to dawn on manufacturers and service providers. People are interested in the IoT and if it helps them improve aspects of their lives. Improvements are not achieved by sensors alone. A completely different way of thinking is required, and it will take some time for the new paradigm to be fully embraced. In conclusion, the growth of IoT can be compared to the growth of the car industry. The first cars that were driving around had no freeways, no road signs, no rules, no driving licenses. Pedestrians did not know to get out of the way. Drivers did not know how to take turns or enter intersections. Neither drivers nor pedestrians understood the risks and liabilities. We are at the same stage with IoT. Just, just as it took decades for the auto industry to become a solidified part of society, it will take quite some time before the same thing happens for IoT. The Internet of Things is growing awareness that needs rules, training, legislation, and enforcement. We are just starting to learn what might be needed. The IoT will change the world in an even more extreme way than the Internet ever did. People today do not know how the world existed before the Internet. They have no comprehension of how people communicate or even live their lives without the commonplace tools we have today. The same will happen with the IoT. A decade from now, life will be completely different in regards to how we live our life, how we live our daily life. Our lives will be impacted by smartphones, watches, and cars. These devices will help us get around, shop, work out, and tell us what to eat. The future is very bright and exciting for the Internet of Things. Thank you for watching. Hope it was fun.